Da-da.
Pendlebury took 2 bounces inside 50 from 60 to 40, closing, punt road goal Pendlebury.
Here's Pendlebury with a little bit of space. He doesn't need much to slice you right open. And the champ, Scotty Pendlebury, well done.
Number 10, Scott Pendlebury.
One of the greats of the game.
And he's with us this morning. Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Good morning, Scott. What a great opener.
Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't yesterday because I was kicking a few goals there. But
No, thanks for coming in because you have just played an absolute belting game of football, literally like 12 hours ago. Mate, it was a cracker, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. It was I always say it going in. It doesn't matter the form of either side. It always somehow ebbs and flows all day. And I think that was my 16th Anzac Day, and I feel like most of them come down to the last 15 minutes, apart from a couple there where there's been a blowout. But yeah, it was an incredible day. Played in the right spirit, I thought, both sides.
Yeah, I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. The crowd was awesome. I think we had 85,000 there.
Yep.
So yeah, very privileged to playing that game in front of that many people.
16th for you. No one would be even near that, would they?
Well, Dustin Fletcher
Dusty,
was
18.
Oh,
yeah.
of
So we said
course.
that yesterday. I was like, he played till he's about 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I better be careful because I might play till I'm 40. But
Do you reckon you've got two more in you?
yeah, hope so.
I hope
See how we
so.
go.
Jack, how are you saying his surname?
I just call him
Ginnivan?
Guinea.
Ginnivan.
Jack Ginnivan.
He was on fire, wasn't he? A 19-year-old kid kicks 5 goals, wins the Anzac medal, and just blitzed it.
Yeah, he was unreal. He was for a small forward, it's almost like the typical day you want. I think he only had 12 or 13 possessions. Mind you, that's a lot for a small forward, but made the most of all his chances. And he's such a class footballer. Like, he's not the most athletic bloke you'll see out there, but he's so skillful. And I think he kicked 3 goals on his right, 2 on his left yesterday.
Unbelievable.
2 from the boundary snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the tricks, and
He's a strong kid.
Yeah, and the main thing is he works really hard.
Does he?
So really smart, but works really hard. He's not one of those guys yesterday where the ball bounced his way and it all went his way, and he just made it work. So I see a long career for Guinea, and
Because he had a bit of a GoPro wobble early days, and everyone was like, I don't know if the GoPro's right, mate.
yeah, I don't know if it was a wobble
It
either.
wasn't a wobble.
I think it was the fossils getting upset with this generation.
I was one of those.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, I'm sitting here saying,
Yeah, but if you're vouching for him, does he train hard?
No, he does. He trains hard. He's a second-year player off the rookie list, so almost didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
And then look what he's doing now. But his preseason was incredible. We do a lot of drills at training, almost like old school under 10s. It's you versus me, and I'll kick it in, and so you can get the ball back to me.
Yeah.
And he wins nearly all the time. He's just so competitive, and just little things like that you've seen over the summer that this kid's going to be a really good player for a long time if he can keep the work ethic.
Did you know early days he was going to be the bleach blonde, shushing the Essendon crowd sort of character?
I thought he was just going to be another one of the guys coming in with long hair and a headband, because he had that for a long period of
Did he?
time. And then he rocked up with long hair, peroxided long hair with a headband.
I thought, here we
This
go.
isn't going to go down too well. But I don't mind it now. I don't
What about
mind
the
hair.
shushing the crowd? Where do you stand on that, or have I fossilised over that one as well?
Well, I actually don't mind the banter and the interaction because all those supporters were loving it.
Yeah.
Imagine if he missed that shot.
Yeah.
They're not going
They
to be
would have
going,
given
I
him
better be quiet now because you missed it.
Yeah, they
They'll
would
be
have given
ripping
him
him hard. So
absolute serve.
I like that banter. It's what the crowd come for. It's what
Yeah.
the players like. And, if all the players were pretty boring like myself, there'd be not much to do at the football, would there? Everyone would be doing the right thing. And
You were whacked back into the centre bounce for the final quarter, and that seemed to be a real game-changing move.
yeah, well, we sort of were struggling in there a little bit. And the Essendon were doing some different things. Big Brody copped a pretty bad corky too, so he couldn't really jump in there, so it made it tough. So, yeah, we went with some bigger bodies around there, and it worked out all right in that last quarter, able to get some field position and give our forwards a chance, because I think at that stage they sort of just kept taking it out of the middle, and we're playing the game a lot from our back half, which we actually scored really well. I think we scored 8 or 9 goals from clearance losses yesterday, which is really high. So, yeah, enjoyed going back in the midfield, but predominantly down back yesterday for me.
Another fossil issue. Last week, the Bombers were seen having a laugh after the game, and there was a bit of talk, or is this what you want from your club, who I think now are 1-5, aren't they? What do you think about sort of when the siren goes? Can blokes sort of see blokes they might have played junior footy with and come up through the ranks with and go, Jesus Christ, your hand is our ass today? Like,
well, there is a lot of conversation after games with guys because you've played, you know, for me, I played a long time with some of these guys. So if I see any of those guys, regardless of how we played, I'm going to stop, check in, see how they're going. And I guess it's the same for the younger guys. You know, I remember Ben Hobbs played for Essendon yesterday. I remember 8 months ago going and talking to the AFL Academy, and he was sitting in that room with him. And then yesterday, he's, you know, how surreal is this? That, like, you know, I was talking, now we're playing against each other and things like that. So, I think there's more things to worry about if you're getting drubbed by 60 points than what you're doing post-game. So,
what's post-game? Well, you're into the 8. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah. So I
you're
only want
playing
to be in the
finals.
8 for 1 week of the year, and that's the last week of the year when it matters.
What's the recovery look like for you after a massive game like that, which finishes quite late as well?
Yeah, I would have got home probably about 8:39, and then both my kids were hypo as they come in the song after the game with me, and so I try and wrestle them to bed, and then this morning I'll go to Brighton Bars and jump in the ocean and steam room and go see a chiropractor, get adjusted back into whack, and have a sauna later tonight and just sweat out a bit of the muck in my body, I suppose.
Oh God, it's a whole thing, isn't it? It's relentless.
Yeah, I was saying before that sort of I'll have a bit of a sleep this afternoon because you don't really sleep that well, and when I wake up, it sort of feels like you've been hit by a bus or something.
So you'll be sore later.
Really, really sore later today. So. It's just trying to speed that up as quick as I can, get that soreness out of my system so I can train, and then we play Sunday against Gold Coast, so eyes towards that now.
When do you start running this week?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah,
so we go back on the track?
Yeah, back on the track tomorrow. So you just sort of go through pretty light skills.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, get in the gym, get your movement going. But, yeah, so we play Sunday. I'll probably feel pretty good by Friday, ready to go again, and then... Yeah, sounds funny. Freshen up for Sunday.
Freshen up for Sunday. We could do it all again.
Yeah, clubs are big on 6 and 7 day breaks. Do you feel that difference between that 24 hours?
I feel that we played a 5-day break.
Yeah.
Last week against the Lions. I felt good, and then after the game, I felt like a mess.
Yeah, right.
I felt so sore playing 2 games in 5 days. So, yeah, 6 or 7 day break. Are generally pretty easy to get up for, like unless you cop a big hit or an ankle or whatever it is. So. Yeah, I tend to prefer the 6 or 7 because you don't overtrain, you don't overcomplicate it. And you're just sort of back on the horse.
Some interesting games to come out of the weekend. Sydney 73-point turnaround in Launceston.
Yeah, I seen that was on obviously before our game, and when we were because we got a TV.
Did you have it on in the sheds?
Yeah, we had it on and we're watching it, but just when we left, I think Hawthorn was still in front late in the last quarter, and then it flashed up halfway through their first quarter. I was on the bench and I seen Sydney won by 7 goals or whatever. And I thought, geez, they must have piled on a few late there.
They sure did.
But is Hawthorn jump out of the box pretty quick? I think that's 2 weeks in a row. They've kicked the first 3 and then the first 5. So they're doing a lot right.
North looked pretty good, it has to be said. Even from a casual observer's point of view, you'd have to be happy with
against
North.
Geelong. They're tough, Geelong. And
I think they got lucky, 17-19.
17-19. Yeah, they didn't kick. I think Jeremy Cameron kicked 7. Geelong are a pretty tough side. Like, if you're not on, they're going to make you pay more often than not. And,
it certainly made us pay.
Yeah, and you know, you guys are going to go through a fair bit of pain, I think, this year. Just
Do you
so
think
young.
so?
Yeah, I think you will. I think you will. You guys are so young there, and you got to develop. And you know, you look at sides like Melbourne now and Richmond, and you've got to go through a bit of pain to get to the other side because. If it was an easy game and you just lived at the top of the ladder, sort of like what Geelong do.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
how do they do that, Geelong? They've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know. I thought it was going to be like that for me at the start, and then we went back out of finals, then back in, then back out. So, I like to say I'm getting the full experience.
Bulldogs are having a funny year, aren't they? There or thereabouts.
Yeah,
just not quite winning.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that game. I actually was watching the Adelaide. We played Adelaide round 2, and their work ethic and their attitude was just fantastic. And I thought that game would be a really close game. And turns out it was a really close game. But it's just Adelaide are a lot better side than I think people are giving credit for. That they work really hard. Their midfield's pretty deep. They've got some great guys in front of the football. And as I said, they went through a bit of pain for 2 years and they're coming out the other side of it now. And they played fantastic on the weekend.
Richmond-Melbourne was a better game than the score suggests. I watched a lot of that game.
Yeah, that was. I think it could have been blown away if Melbourne had a kick straight at any point. But yeah, there was some signs there for Richmond. They're still missing a few players. You know, Dustin Martin, Dylan Grimes wasn't out there, and there were some signs there that they were doing some good things. But
9-22.
9-22. You know, imagine if that's 22-9.
Oh
you know,
my god,
you know, that's a big score.
It's like they played North.
Yeah, sort of. You look at Melbourne at the moment, and there's no weakness. There's no. Every time they're challenged, they answer. They're doing a lot right, and I think they're a fair bit out in front of the rest of the competition. Although Fremantle as well was the other side that I was really impressed with on the weekend. Longy over there is our old backline coach from 2018-19. He's got them humming over there. They're playing a really good system, really good brand. They're young guys, they're senior guys. They all look like they're on the same page, and you know they don't have Nate Fyfe's not even playing yet.
No,
and they're 5-1, and he's one of the best players in the comp. So
Brisbane are 5-1, Sydney, St Kilda. St Kilda are having a good year, aren't they?
They are. I think they got smashed round one when we knocked them off. They got smashed about so many things, and then they haven't lost since, and they took care of business again on the weekend. They look like they look like they've taken that jump to the next side where they've matured a bit. They can handle momentum in games, and they played really well.
Port, GWS, the Bombers, West Coast, North, 1 win. I mean, it seems early to call it, but
yeah, well, I think Essendon last year were 2-7 and come back and played finals.
Yeah,
but I think it took them to the last game of the season to actually get in. So
12's about what gets you into the 8, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's 12. So yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, you don't.
Feels
want
like 11
5.
wins are a fair way away for us.
Yeah, so it's funny, isn't it? Like a lot of those sides, you know, I think Port have played in 3 games where they've lost by under a goal.
Yeah,
you know, so they could be 4-2 and they're 1-5.
Yeah,
you just need those close ones to go your way, and the season can get away pretty quickly. But I was speaking to Dice Heppel after the game, and he sort of said it feels like we're in a similar position to what we were in last year, and they've just got to keep the belief. And
how long a chat do you get with someone like? Do
I've got to make sure I don't laugh or smile.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking, because if you did that, mate, the world would end.
Oh, keep it short. Check the scoreboard, make sure there wasn't too much of a result. I think we got about 30 seconds to have a quick chat here. So
it was lovely to hear your coach talk about, I'm not saying putting pride back into the Collingwood jumper, but playing for the Collingwood jumper, which is such a sort of feels like a slight change in culture at the club.
Yeah, he's been massive on honouring our jumper and touching back to history, and we were really good at that as well in the past. But I feel like it's gone to a new level with Fly, and even getting Mick back this week to talk to the guys, and it was pretty funny. Me and Steele were coached by Mick, and when he jumped up the front, I said to Steele, sitting next to me, I was like, I almost feel nervous again that he's my coach and he's about to spray me. Because I was only like 22, so I was pretty young and raw, and Mick was a pretty scary guy. So,
and he's a war buff as well, Mick, isn't he? So he's really in there dropping some heavy details on you guys pre-game.
All the guys too, all the young guys, and that just loved having someone like Mick come back to the club and speak to us. And, and it just ties into the theme with Fly about honouring our jumper, honouring our history, and doing it together. So, I thought we handled the week really well, and we played in the right spirit yesterday.
I went round the grounds listening to the commentary of the game yesterday, and I just want to play a little bit of Triple M's very own Nathan Brown, who was talking to Tex Walker from the Crows, and just he trapped himself in a difficult situation, and Tex didn't let him off the hook.
Tex, the development across the board, I think, this year for your players has been good. You're not relying on one player to get 40 or one player to kick 8. I mean, guys like Schoenberg, Scholl, they keep stepping up. Obviously, Himmelberg in the forward half. So you're getting performances from pretty much everybody without anybody being amazingly outstanding.
Yeah, Scholl was pretty good on the weekend, wasn't he, Brownie?
He certainly was. Yeah, I like the way he's sharp, kicked a couple, uses the ball well.
He didn't play.
Oh, sorry, mate. I'm looking back at the fourth game. I thought the wrong stats up.
He just kept going.
That's good by Tex.
It really is.
Really like that.
Because he could have just gone, no, mate, you've made a little mistake there. But no, he just kept it going.
He could have gone along with it. I think there was someone else who said from Adelaide, Himmelberg's been really good up front. Yeah. He's been playing as a defender for the last couple of weeks. They let it slide. But
it's
I
good
like
fun.
that by Tex. Good
Mate,
answer.
thank you so much for coming in after such a massive game.
Not a problem. Thanks for
Good
having
luck
me.
with the recovery, and good luck next weekend.